So I made this channel because I wanted to document and record my life to see how I'm growing in both healthy eating, physical fitness, and my finances. So today I'm going to be going over my financial journey. And how I'm going to be doing that is I'm going to be tracking my M1 Finance investing portfolio. So really my financial journey began when I made a really dumb purchase. So I leased a brand new vehicle back in 2018. And then when I realized how much I'm paying for it, it really upset me because I was just starting my journey towards my career. I just graduated, and seeing all these bills and how much money was going down the drain, that really just made me sad. So after making that purchase, that really got me thinking, how can I save money and how can I invest money? Because I don't want this leased vehicle to be like a downfall and like a financial pit that keeps me from growing. So literally that month that I leased the vehicle, I wanted to return it, but then I was on a contract, I couldn't return it. So I thought of ways on how to save money because eventually I'd want to purchase that vehicle. And as of right now, it's been like almost 2 years since I signed that contract for the leased vehicle. I'm not like a newbie when it comes to investing now. I've read books from the library about stocks. I watch other financial YouTubers. So I do want to say that I do know what I'm doing, a little bit, okay? That being said, it's not too late for you to learn too. So if you're interested, you can always learn. Start now, no matter your age, and no matter how deep into a pit hole you are with whatever financial situation you're in right now. But luckily for me, I'm still young, and what I leased wasn't even like a crazy financial ruin. I just leased like a Toyota RAV4. Still expensive, but overall, I do plan on keeping it. So what I hope to do is learn from that mistake and get back what I lost from that leased vehicle. So that was the reason why I started this whole financial journey. But anyway, I'm going to open up my laptop and show you my M1 Finance portfolio. Okay, so here I am right now on my M1 Finance homepage. I started putting money into M1 Finance starting on May 2019. I just put in $100 initially, but after that, since I knew what I was doing and I knew that eventually this would be my long-term growth portfolio, I started putting in a lot of money. So it went from $100 to, and then I put in $3,000, and you can see here it goes from 100 to 4,000, and then I just kept chipping away, putting in, I think, $200 at a time, every single week, just $200. And then I started to transfer more of my savings from $6,000 to eventually another $3,000 right there, and in time. And as of currently right now, I'm still just putting in $200 every single week up until today, October 26, 2019. So as of right now, you can see that this value is $12,231.02. That's how much the value is right now, but that doesn't mean that I put in $12,200. I actually only put in $11,500. So that initial $11,500 that I put in, the value of it, if I were to sell everything, I would get $12,231. So what I like about M1 Finance is that it pretty much calculates all your gains. You can see the gain here is, if I were to sell everything, I would get $728, and $600 of that would be from the market gain, and I also earned $83 from the dividends. And I'm not going to explain too much about what these terms mean because there are other financial YouTubers out there who can explain better than me, but maybe in the future I might. So you can see how much I gained. I gained this much, $700. Now you're probably wondering, what did I buy to get this much? For me, I like simple. So I follow Warren Buffett, and his advice really for the most average people is just put into low-cost index funds. So you can see here I only have 3 different types really. I have an ETF called VOO. I have one of their M1 Finance Expert Pies, and I also have another ETF called VT, and that's all I have. That's it. It's just really 3 different holdings. What I like about M1 Finance is that you can choose how much percentage you want for each of your holdings. So for my VOO, which is the S&P 500 ETF, I put 60% of that. So out of the whole 11,500, 60% of the 11,500 is into VOO. I chose 20% for the aggressive expert pie, so 20% of 11,500 is what I put into my aggressive, and 20% is to VT. What I also like about M1 Finance is that if I were to click on this VOO button, You can see individual holdings, how much you gain per. So I gain $100 if I were to sell everything, $166 for this ETF. But again, that's if I were to sell everything, that'd be a 3% return. And you don't have to have whole number shares. You can just have fractional ones. You see how this is 27.903? I don't have exactly 28 shares. I just have 27.9. So if I threw in like another dollar, it might be 27.9039 instead of 84. So I can have fractional ones. And here are all the details. You don't really need to know too much about this. Again, I'm just trying to show what I have. So back to the home screen. Every quarter or so I would receive dividends. So you can see here I got $83 from dividends. If I go click on my activity, you can see that I'm depositing $200 every single week. So here's the record keeping of that. Here I used to do individual stocks, but I stopped doing that because I prefer Robinhood just to do that. I don't know why. Maybe I have like OCD when it comes to whole numbers for individual stocks, but I'm okay with fractional shares with ETFs. I don't know about that. But regardless, I had individual stocks before that kept paying me dividends every single so often. So you see how they would pay me spread apart. I got 3 payments on October 4th. I got 1 payment on October 15th, and so on. So it just keeps going down. You see my individual stocks that I sold before, and you see dividend payments on certain days. Just scroll up, I can click next. You can see again I got paid a lot on September 25th. $1 here, almost $1 there, so on and so on. Scrolling down, pretty much I almost got paid every single 3 days or so when I had individual stocks. But because now I have ETFs, they're probably only going to pay me a quarter. So maybe 3 months from now, then you'll see a payment. So I don't know how eager you are to get payment every so often, but I guess I can wait. I'm okay getting paid every 3 months or so. So I clicked on transfers, and you can see that I am doing this currently. So I'm putting in $200 every single week from my checking account into this M1 Finance portfolio. My next one will be, or my last one was on October 23rd, and I can always change that whenever I want to, but I am doing this every single week. I don't know if this is considered like an M1 Finance challenge. I'm doing this because I know in the long term, I want this to keep growing, and I'm doing this because I want the dollar cost average. There are times where the market might be high, and I bought it when it was high. It might be when it's low. I bought it when it's low, but because I'm doing this every single week, I'm getting the average. So I'm not overspending, I'm not underspending, I'm just getting the average. Yeah, so that's basically it for my M1 Finance portfolio. So I use M1 Finance for my low-cost index funds, and I use Robinhood for individual stock picking. Robinhood has way much more volatility. I also put in sort of an equal amount to my Robinhood. And I'll leave referral links to both accounts down in the description below. For the M1 Finance referral link, you'll probably just get like, I think you'll only get like $10, but for the Robinhood, probably just gonna get a stock that costs like $5 in Robinhood. Both you and I get it, so I mean, I'm just telling the truth. Expect about $5 for Robinhood and $10 for M1 Finance. My M1 Finance portfolio is pretty much like a retirement account. I'm putting in money into an index fund. It goes up and down. You don't really have to read about the stock market. It just tracks the stock market. So there's not much interesting news there. Robinhood is going crazy because let's say you buy a Tesla. If Tesla goes up or down that week, you might get like a heart attack. So if you know more about stocks, then I would suggest Robinhood. If you don't know too much about stocks, you can choose M1 Finance and just probably choose what stocks that I have. Although don't blame me if the market crashes and then you lose everything. Just understand that it has risk. Again, I started in May. Right now it's October, so that's been almost 5 to 6 months. I threw in a lot of money though, and so you can see in a way the more money you throw in, the more money you might get out. But realize though that this is a long-term investment, not something you can hope to gain in just like 5 to 6 months. I'll be documenting this maybe every once in a while just so you can see my growth. Okay, so thanks for watching.